campaign. Where do you want to go? And you won't see obedient. If I sample the people working in this your studio, you just be shocked. That even inside the heart of Shehu Kimbaloye, he may just be obedient. In his heart, you're entitled to your thoughts. You may not just tell me.
Well, you never can tell because
yes, I never can tell, but I said in your thoughts.
The Nigerian blood runs deep in my veins, and for the last few election cycle, I'm just so blank on voting. I've not voted in the last 4 election cycle because I'm always on my job. So I've given up in voting for anybody or trusting any politicians at that. I just allow them to do their jobs. But the question is, how penetrative is the obedient movement?
All right.
In the very nook and crannies, because those who are going to make the majority of the vote are not those we see in the metropolis, on the street of Abuja, on the street of Lagos, on the street of Uyo, or on the street of Ilorin, the metropolis. That is not where you perhaps get a larger chunk of the vote. You probably will get it in those nook and crannies of Nigeria. And if anything, by the figures of INEC is to go by, you look at 76.56% of youth population in the new 12 million registered voters. Out of that, you have 40.87%. That's over 3 million that are students. How much of that figure do you think you can lure to be obedient?
First of all, Labour, as symbolized by NLC and TUC, have thrown their weight behind the Labour candidate. Labour and the NLC and TUC, they are everywhere, in every word. Labour is everywhere. In Nigeria, the students have made it as a slogan. Even a fraternity, which is founded by a Yoruba man, they are the ones that gave us the song. Emiloko, Baba we know well, they shout Emiloko. By a fraternity that is owned by a man from the same geopolitical zone as Bola Tinubu. So wherever you go to, so we have the Labour. Labour means the working class. Labour means the students. Labour means the women. Labour means the professionals. Labour means the intellectuals. Labour means the farmers. Labour means the traders, the businessmen, the businesswomen. We have them behind us. How many of these candidates can boast of that?
Let me ask you this, Kenneth, and it was what Denle Momodu said right on the chair you're sitting. He said, in the history of Nigeria's politics and election,
yes,
whenever you see 2 strong or more than 1 strong southern contestants in the race on the ballot for a presidential election, they always lose to a northern strong candidate.
Yes.
And so is making inference in the sense that you have a Bola Tinubu from the southwest, a Peter Obi from the southeast. And even in football, in sports, history play a major role. Not to talk of politics, that is science, that is psychological, that it has, that historical, I mean, it's always drawn into it. Do you fear that history might play by itself what we've seen in the Second Republic, in the First Republic?
You know, the problem of some analysts is that they do not contextualize issues. They do not appreciate that they need to distinguish certain circumstances that made their prognosis or predictions irrelevant. Now, the mood of the nation is that there is sitting in the seat of power a fulfilled day, speaking Northern Fulani Muslim. And the Northerner he's referring to is another fulfilled day